Thank you very much, Chaz, for that awesome introduction. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that warm reception. I thought I might have to win you over by saying that I voted for Tony Perez 9 times. And I'm glad I did. And I'm proud to be up here with this distinguished class of 2000, and I can't stop thanking my peers for voting me into the writers' wing of the Hall. I honestly never expected it, and I still can't believe it, but I'm not giving it back. And Charlie Brown, here I come. Now I would like to recognize someone whom I voted into my personal Hall of Fame the first time I saw her in our 11th grade English class. My bride of 62 years, Margie. And she still helps me with my spelling and my grammar. I also want to acknowledge the many members of our family and dear friends who have come from all over the United States to help make my day. This honor is especially meaningful to me because it is called the J.G. Taylor Spink Award. In 1950, when I became the full-time baseball writer at the Cleveland News, Taylor Spink called me and asked me to become the Cleveland correspondent for the Sporting News, which was then known as the Baseball Bible. And those monthly checks helped pay a lot of bills. And covering baseball and these great men up here, traveling with them on the trains, sitting with them in the lobbies, hearing their stories, became a labor of love. 10 years later, on January 20th, 1960, it's a date I'll never forget. We were sitting in our kitchen doing some chores. The radio was on. Suddenly there was a bulletin. The Cleveland News had folded my paper. And just like that, I was out of business. I thought I'd never get another job in the newspaper business because they were hard to get, especially as sports writers. And I really was in a terrible way. We just went into a new house, had to pay a mortgage. It was the first time my kids ever saw me cry. That night, we were supposed to bowl in a couples league. I didn't want to go, but my wife said we should get out of the house, and so we went. About 10 o'clock that night, the manager of the bowling lanes came over and said, "You've got a phone call." Phone call? Who knew I was there? It was Taylor Spink calling from St. Louis. To this day, I don't know how he found me, but that was Taylor. If he had an idea for a story, night or day, he would get to you. He said, "Hal, I just got a phone call from," and he mentioned the name of a sports writer in another Cleveland paper. And Taylor said, "That guy told me that your paper just folded and you're out of work and he wanted your job." He said, "You know what I told that SOB?" He said, "I told him Hal will be my baseball writer as long as I live or as long as he wants the job." At that moment, at 10 o'clock at night, the sun came out for me. And it's been shining on me professionally ever since. I stayed with the Sporting News 33 years, and the next day, the Plain Dealer hired me to do some baseball and other things. And it's been shining on me ever since, as I told you, and today is the ultimate. To receive the Taylor Spink Award, the man who has meant so much in my life, is the absolute ultimate, and now we're bound together in the Hall of Fame. And if I have a secret to pass along to make the Hall of Fame, it's just to live long enough. And I want to thank the good Lord for allowing me to smell the roses today. Thank you very much.